Hi, my Leos. I'm so sorry. I have to do a voiceover because I am not at home, but I did record the cards very quickly before I left because I did want to get the reading out for you guys. So, what we have here, Leos, it's kind of similar to one that I did last week, actually, but I didn't post it. You guys have a little bit too much on your plate, and you have not been dealing with shit. So it's all coming to bite you in the ass, okay? The magician in reverse is a compulsive liar. The magician in reverse is a thief. It's exploiting. It is being frustrated, being a bit of a bully. Your patience has run out. This is a criminal, okay? This is somebody who is manipulative. He has empty promises. He's a trickster. He is dishonest. You cannot trust this person, okay? I feel like this is somebody that you teamed up with, that you work with, okay? I feel like this person may actually have an outburst at work. There may be a confrontation. And either you are the magician in reverse or you are this king of cups in reverse, or you might be both. But I don't feel that you are. You could be embodying a little bit of both, but this is definitely involving another person. This is an alcoholic. This is somebody completely detached. This king of cups in reverse has some deep childhood issues that have not been faced. Because they haven't been faced, you are unable to feel any kind of emotion now. Because once you are psychologically damaged, then there's an inability to be able to feel anything, okay? This is almost like you being the head mafia guy, like the top dog, you know? This is somebody who calls the shots, okay? This is somebody who, in regards to those issues, you use women or men alike if you're a male or female Leo. It's loveless sex. It's you are trying to fill a void that you are never going to fill until it gets dealt with. And in this case, I think it's far enough that you would actually need some kind of professional help because you're already almost showing signs of borderline personality disorders, mood disorders, bipolar. That's what these cards in reverse show, okay? They're really, really sociopathic almost kind of cards, okay? And there you are. So this is definitely for some of you Leos. Um, Somebody screwed you over. Somebody set somebody up, okay? This may involve drug selling. It could be drug selling, drug dealing. It could be sexual perversion, like deviant kind of behavior. It could be where you have a lot of connections, so you are able to manipulate and use a lot of people. And I feel like you do that. I feel like you are able to go into a house, con these old people that answer the door, and steal everything that they have, and nobody ever sees you again. You're that good, okay? The magician is a good looking man. The king of cups is also a good looking man, very smooth talker because he's so empty, okay? I also feel that there's a lot of father issues here, okay? I don't know if it's you, Leos, that are having issues being a father, or if you had issues with your own father. You may have even had an alcoholic father yourself, or that King of Swords that I just showed may have been a lot like your own dad. Very, very cutthroat, very, very, strict rules. And whether you wanted to do it or not, you had to do what he said. And that was the way it was going to be, okay? There was definitely some kind of abuse here. My card that represents abuse did not come up, but there's many other cards that show that, okay? There is a betrayal here. Somebody that you do business with fucked you over, or vice versa. But this is somebody young. This is somebody who is going to one day be the king of spades. He is not to be trusted, okay? And because I think you did trust him, a deal has gone bad. Somebody got screwed over with money here, okay? These cards in combination are screaming. They can even talk about rape, violence, some kind of embezzlement. I don't know if you're like moving, if you work with like driving, so you're able to move drugs or money or something that is, involving what goes in doesn't come back and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It could also just mean that you're kind of overkilling the social scene. You're drinking too much, you're drinking alone, which would indicate a rehab would be necessary or some kind of intervention. The Eight of Cups that I showed a minute ago is a lot of indecision, okay? You're thinking about leaving something that you know is no longer working, but you are still stuck. Once you do leave, which I think you will, it's a loss, yes, but it's not going to hurt you as much as if you would have left a long time ago. I think you're both over it and you're past that kind of hurt. At this point, it's more like a relief, okay? Now, if you notice, if you go back to the Eight of Cups in reverse, normally it's like a darker shade of blue, which does indicate, spirituality and emotional issues, okay? they're darker now. So you are really going through a hard time in that sense, okay? It's really clear that you did your best. You cannot be beating yourself up over this, okay? This card, Eight of Cups in reverse, vibrates like the Hermit. So it is telling you to take some time alone, make your own decision, stop doing what you need to do. There's no rules. And even if there are, there's always a solution, and you need to find a way to break away and to heal, or you will never find the happiness that you need because you are codependent on this relationship. You are tied down. You're feeling like a ball and chain, is what I'm getting, okay? And it's not making either party happy. If it does involve some kind of crooked work while you're working, and then you have this relationship, you may be drawing attention to yourself because of the drama. So I'm feeling like they're going to run a search on you, like a criminal background check, or something's going to it's going to get exposed. And I think you're already aware, and you do not want that to happen. So you're on edge. You know what I mean? You're pissed. You may have even left this relationship and gotten into another one too soon, and you weren't fully healed, okay? That also affects your mental health, which could be why these cards came up as well. Nothing got healed, so it's like a cold becoming pneumonia. It's just what was once a cut is now a bleeding gash, you know what I mean? This is dwelling on the negative parts of your life. This is you needing to break a routine, okay? With the Justice card that had come up, the best way to tell how you are going to be dealt with is, have your actions been cruel, or have they been honest? You know, have you done your best to keep your side of the street clean? I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm just saying, are you the one that did the setting up here, or are you the one being set up? Because you will be dealt with fairly. And this has to happen regardless, because there comes a phase in our life where we have to shut that chapter so we can start the next one, you know? So at this point, all of our actions kind of come out in front of us, and we get to pay the price for the things we've done. It's called karma. This also indicates that you are well aware that this is coming. You may even want this to happen already, because I feel like you are tired, okay? There's no way that you can live this long with this luggage of traumas that you have, you know, and be okay. There's no way you can have these kind of toxic, very particular kind of relationships where you are always looking for something else. You're never fully satisfied, okay? And that is draining. You play these games, you're needing a lot of reassurance. So your partner ends up feeling ugly, unwanted, abandoned, and you end up feeling unfulfilled. And it's just a really toxic cycle. So all your actions up until now, you know that they're going to bring you to a crossroads. That's going to be one hell of a decision that has to get made, whether you make it or it gets made for you. You have the King of Spades as well, who is also a judge, but he's also an executioner, criminal as well. You have him, and you have the Jack of Spades. So you have two, three, four, five. You've got really, really strong, tough, cutthroat, assassin kind of characters in here right now. Whether it's you or it's them, you're still surrounded with that energy. It's still a very volatile, dangerous atmosphere. I also want to point out that there is a lack of queens in this reading. It's all men. So, because the King of Cups is in the reverse, it can indicate that you are at a war with your sexuality. Whether it's because you have a sex addiction, whether it's because you are questioning your sexual orientation, whatever it is, I just noticed that there's a strong male dominance in this reading. You don't have any queens. So, that could also be the problem, is that you're lacking that female connection. Or maybe you didn't have that growing up. Maybe you had a cold-hearted mother as well, because there's no females coming up in here except for the one I saw in the Strength card. Okay, so let me just quickly recap because I'm kind of getting, since I'm doing the voiceover. We do have the Magician in reverse. Okay, we have the King of Cups in the reverse. That's two people. You also had the Jack of Spades, who I feel like maybe this is a friend of yours that you let into your little circle of, whatever it is you're doing. And I feel like maybe somebody crossed a line here with a family member, perhaps, because this is somebody that, mind you, this Jack of Clubs, I'm sorry, this Jack of Spades did come with the Ace of Spades and then I believe it was, you know what, I can't remember, but anybody that comes with the Ace of Spades is a warning for trouble. This person is going to come with something that's going to fall apart right behind them, okay? Be very cautious. I feel like you're making really poor calls, judgment calls with your friends, with your choices. Somebody's going to take the fall here, and I don't know if it would be you, Leo, or if it'll be the people you're involved with. But somebody's going to take the fall, and somebody's going to take away with the money. Because at the bottom of the deck, you have the devil, who, he's every single thing you can think of, the pleasures in life. Pleasures in life take money for the most part. Beside him, you had the King of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in the opposite direction of all the face cards. So he's going away from you guys with the money. And he's not rushing because he knows that he bought himself some time. Since many of you are not going to be around, he's able to just take his time and leave casually like nothing happened. Okay, overall, I do feel that you are going to be okay. I just feel like you need to end certain things. You are hanging on to things that are completely out of your hands. And it's starting to show. So, show in the cracks, you know what I mean? So, your best bet is just to end what needs to be ended. You have done your best. You need to let go of things that are no longer serving you, okay? You do have right here the Four of Clubs, Four of Spades, and the Ace of Spades, okay? So this is trouble. This is misfortune. You have been warned, okay? The Four of Clubs does talk about a warning against some kind of betrayal of, gossiping. This does indicate that something's about to go wrong, okay? Somebody is misleading you, Leo. Somebody that you're supposed to be able to trust, or you just got too many people involved, it seems, and not everybody's being honest because, like I said, there's money involved. So somebody either opened a can of worms and spoke too much, or I'm not too sure, but justice is coming.